Hey guys, it's Archon. Welcome to Inferno Friday. This week we got all the data mine stuff. All the data mine. People have been going in there with their picks and mining away and bringing back all kinds of awesome gems of information, and I'm here to share them with you guys. We got a few pieces. I'll go from least exciting to most exciting. First of all, this isn't data mine, but before we jump into it, I wanted to share this tweet from Josh Mosquera. He doesn't send a lot of tweets out. This one, he's given us some hype on the future patches. Of course, we're looking forward to patch 2.0.5, which could come any Tuesday, and then 2.1 is going to be the big content patch that brings season and tiered rifts. And he said teams have been focused on 2.0.5, tiered rifts, and seasons are coming along nicely. Expect a spike of activity when they hit PTR. So he didn't say when, but it does seem like we might be getting some PTR soon. I assume the 2.0.5 will go straight to the game. I think PTR is referring to the tiered rifts and seasons, which come in 2.1. But hopefully that's a good sign of things to come. I know a lot of people are getting a little drained with just base Reaper of Souls, and we really need this first content patch. We need something we can do with our gear once we find it other than just farming more gear. So hopefully 2.1 will solve that problem. On to the data mine information. The first piece of data mine information I want to share with you guys comes from Diablo fans. It was actually leaked before that, but it wasn't confirmed until just recently that it was actually data mined. This is in the files. And what it is, for those of you who haven't heard of it, is the legendary drop chances of pretty much every item. You can see how often certain things are going to drop. There's a few different links here. Some of them have the actual percentages. Now, first, when an item drops, it rolls to see if it's a legendary. If it's a legendary, then it rolls to see what slot it belongs in. And then once it rolls the slot, then it rolls which legendary it's going to be. So these numbers are assuming that it's already a smart drop. It's dropping for your class, which is about 85% of drops. That it rolled a legendary and that it rolled this specific slot. So if you roll a legendary chest armor that's a smart drop, you have a 14.29% chance of it being any of these. Chainmail, gold skin, and then you can see some of them only have a 7%. 7% on Shimitsu's Hori Cinder Coat. Shows why you're not getting Cinder Coat. Some of them only have a 1%. If you keep going down, you can see these 0% are actually for certain classes. That's because, again, assuming these are all smart drops, you can't get a drop that's not for your class, and you can see they organize them by classes. But there's some items, let's see, I think some of these gloves are actually super rare, and we'll explain why you're not getting some of them. Frostburn Gauntlets and Taciturn Theos are each around 3%. And then for some other classes, they're a little bit lower for some reason, I guess because there's also some class set gloves you can get for certain classes. But that shows why you're not getting certain items. This will be linked below in the description. You can check it out yourself if you want to know what the chances of you getting that item that you still haven't found are. It's probably going to be depressing, just warning you ahead of time. Anyways, the real exciting thing I think we got this week is this list of data mined legendaries from patch 2.1. A huge list, right? So these legendaries appear to be going into the game with this next content patch. Now, unfortunately, most of the items don't have any information on them. They're just blank pages, but they exist. We don't know if these items are going to be added to the entire game or just to seasons. I would kind of hope that they'd be season only, at least some of them. I know people who play ladders really appreciate those. But we do have some information on these items right here. And I think this is actually growing as time goes on. There was only 4 originally, I think. But some of these seem really good. Up at top, we have a Witch Doctor Mojo that makes it so chance on you or your pets being hit to confuse them for 3 to 4 seconds. Don't know what the chance is, but that's kind of cool for like a confused build. Wizard Hat, when your arcane power is below 30%, you emit a Lightning Nova that deals 130 to 175 weapon damage as lightning every second. That's pretty awesome. I mean, it's not too hard to stay below 30% arcane power if you're just spamming stuff. And then, 130 to 175% weapon damage every second. That's a lot of damage when it's hitting everyone around you. Some of these not quite as awesome. This one was cool. 9ball pointed out for hardcore. 45 to 60% of health potions effects are also applied to allies. Not bad at all if you're trying to keep some people alive. But yeah, some of these, let's see, calls forth a creature from the depths. Really vague, could be good. This one's just really generic. But yeah, there'll be a link to this below in the description as well if you want to read through it. Let's see, when you kill a fallen, you have a 9 to 12% chance to charm all other nearby fallen. That's really circumstantial. I guess you're going to get some bad ones here. We can assume that. This one says it's likely unfinished. This one, yeah, it's just completely random. Nothing special about that. But exciting that they're adding a lot of new items to 2.1. Can't wait to see the items, and I really hope they add better items that are already in the game. I would hope that as patches come out, the items would get increasingly better, but also increasingly hard to obtain, or at least hard to obtain for a new player. I would really like to see more of a even progression from when you hit max level to when you've been playing 1,000 hours. And right now the progression is really sporadic, and if they just keep adding items that drop the way the current items drop, then it's going to continue being sporadic. And so hope they're taking that into consideration. Can't wait to see the new items. I know a lot of you guys are excited about 2.0.5 and probably a lot more excited about 2.1. Hopefully this will get people back to the game. I know it can be kind of boring just farming for farming's sake for this long, and it's about time we get some end game. So I'm excited about that. Also, before ending the video, I just wanted to apologize that I haven't been streaming the last few days. My computer looks like it's completely given out on me. It's just freezing and restarting multiple times a day. I tried to stream for the last time on Sunday and just have kind of given up on my computer working well enough for me for the time being. So until I come up with the solution to either fix my computer or more likely get a new computer, I'm not going to be streaming much, unfortunately. I'll still be doing Westmarch Workshop and Inferno Fridays, of course, but I'm just going to have to cut back on streaming for a little bit, and I'm sorry for the hiatus. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll have another one for you soon.